to the next video. So today we'll be learning on how to do internationalization for iOS apps. So I have just created an empty iOS project. Okay, this is applicable to both Swift UI as well as UIKit apps, but for simplicity I'm taking UIKit. So what I will do is I will go to main, and here I will add two labels, and I need one more label. Okay, so I will just add some constraints to those label. This is label 2, and okay, 10 I will give some height of 30. Okay, so I have label 1 and label 2. Now I create IB outlets for both of these labels. Sorry, I will create IB outlet only for the second label. Okay, I will tell you why. Label 2. Okay, now all we have to do is that we have to go through this article from Paul Hudson. So if you don't know Paul Hudson, he is a pretty popular guy in iOS and Swift community. So I'm just going through this article. So what it tells is that localize an app that is making it display its user interface in other languages surprisingly painless in iOS, and really the only hard part is making sure to get all your text translated by native speaker of your target language. There are two steps to creating a localized app. The first step is preparing our app to hold strings in different languages, a process called internationalization, or I18N, because it has I, then 18 letters, and then an N. Once that's done, you can go ahead and get all your text placeholder translated into your target language, which is strictly speaking what the term localization refers to. Just like I18N, you will find localization was written as I10N. Note, depending on what your app does, you might need to localize more than just your text string. Sometimes icons and images have different meaning, and you may need to adjust the way you show dates, number, and money. So for this tutorial we will be only concentrating on strings. Xcode uses the concept of base internationalization for the default state of your app. This is usually in English, but you can change it if you want. You will probably notice a base.lproj directory inside your project. That is the localized form of your project asset that will be used for your base language. As you add other languages, more of these folders will be created. To add a new language, go to your project setting. This means selecting your project in the project navigator pane, then selecting it in the projects and target list. You should see two tabs, info and build settings. Okay, so I will go here. It asks me to choose here info, then click on this plus button. I want the French language. Okay, I will select both these two. I will click on finish. That is what it says. Okay, a menu will appear asking you what language you would like to target. I'm going to choose French, but you choose whatever you want to. Xcode will ask which files should be used. Leave both storyboard selected, then click finish. Xcode will create new directory similar to. Okay, so here you can see we have this French file being created. Okay, and you might be seeing what is this this thing. So this is our label 1, this is our label 2. So if you want to check, you can go to your main. Okay, label 1. So here you see object ID bd0x. See this one, but we'll come back to this soon. Okay, localizing text. Now we will create file, new file. Okay, so there are two ways. One is localizing your text which is present already inside your storyboard, and localizing text which you set programmatically. So this one now which we are going to create is programmatically. The one which we have already created is for storyboard. Okay, file, new file. Okay, I will search for strings file. Okay, strings. Next, Okay, let it add as it is localizable, create. Now here you can see this file is been created. Now I will go over here, click this button, I will click on the localize button, I will click on localize, again click on localizable, and you have to select this French as well. Now you can see that I have both localizable and localizable French as well. Okay, so I can set some text over here. No, well, let's choose something generic. Hello, and you have to add semicolon at the end, and you can add more strings as well, like whatever you want to. Name equal to Virat Kohli. Okay, now this same thing I will copy in. Oh, sorry, this is French, right? So in English this should be something like this, but in French it should be something like bonjour. If you have a French keyboard, you can write the actual how you write bonjour in French. I don't have a French keyboard. This is still in English, but you call hello as bonjour in French, and name remains the same. The only thing you have to be careful is the key should be same, the greeting and name in French as well as greeting and name in English. Okay, that's what this says. Now to use it, I will just copy this. Okay, I will go back to my view controller, and here label to dot text equal to, I will do something like this, and but here this should be what the key should be greeting. Okay, and the comment can be anything, like typically the comment should be the describing this key. Okay, uh, so that's what it is written over here. If you check, where did it go? So see, it mentions that this comment does nothing in our code, but it only helps guide translator to know which meaning we are referred to. So you can write appropriate text over here depending on whatever your key is. So you can write greetings means saying hi to a person. Okay, now if you go back to your main view controller, here I can set some text. Okay, so what text I can set is nice to see you. Okay, this would be in English, but if you want the French equivalent for storyboard, then you have to go to this file main French and choose find the object ID for your label. So for me it is this, and setting the text would be something like this. Okay, suppose you have added a new label, then this code won't be automatically generated for you. Then you have to write it manually, whatever the object ID for that label is, dot text equal to whatever your value is. Okay, now I will run it. So just to tell you that the iOS simulator is little finicky, but you can try it on a real iOS device and it will work. Also, I want to tell you that one thing to be careful is whenever you change uh, something in whenever you change the language of your iOS simulator, what happens is that it kills our app, so our app restarts from the start. Okay, so be careful about that. So here you can see nice to see you and bonjour. Okay, let me see what is the language I had already set. Okay, it is already French for me, but if you want you can go to general. Here you would see languages, and here from here you can add languages. So I will switch back to English. this should not be nice to see you. I don't know what is the. Okay, let us check what is the, like I will take something approximate, whatever is the French thing for this. Okay, this is the French for nice to see you. Okay, I will try to run the app again. Sometimes, yeah, this Xcode and simulator can be little finicky, but hope so it works. Okay, if you are facing this kind of issues where the app won't start, I think this kind of bug was recently introduced in Xcode 14, and I have noticed this in Xcode 13 as well. So what you could do is go to device, erase all contents and settings. Okay, for the second label I can comment this out, like because we are setting it programmatically, right? So I can run the app again. So now our language is English, I guess. Like clearing out the simulator will delete those languages from settings as well. So here you can see nice to see you and hello. Now I will change the language to French. I will go to settings, general, language and region, add language, French, use French. So once you change the language, even though your app is in background, it will get killed. So your app starts from the starting. So this is my splash screen, which is an empty white screen. If this doesn't works, then definitely try it on your real device. Yeah, sometimes this gets stuck on the splash screen itself, that's why I won't be able to show you the output, but trust me, it works. Maybe we can wait for a few more seconds. If it doesn't, then I will just stop the video, but you can check it on your real device and it will work. Okay, let me try to kill it. This is an Xcode bug, Xcode or the simulator bug, I'm not sure. I will try to kill my Xcode as well. Try to open Xcode back. Okay, maybe hope so this works now. Yeah, see, we had already selected French, that's why it is saying the French words. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Bye.